All right. We're doing Shakespeare in all of my classes right now. And in AP Lit, we're doing 2 different Shakespeare plays because the sections got to choose. So I am teaching 4 Shakespeare plays. It might get confusing. Okay, so apostrophes. Number 1 rule, and this rule trumps all other rules. So when in doubt, this is the number 1 rule. It is when you have contractions, you use an apostrophe or missing letters. So that's kind of the same rule. A contraction is when 2 letters are missing. If you have do plus not, and you put it together and make it don't, then you are saying that there is a letter that is missing right there, right? Can't, or should have, would have. You're taking out the have part of it, the HA, and so you said you put a little apostrophe there, right? That's an apostrophe you all know about. That's not like news to you. The one place where that becomes very important is with its. So number 1 rule is contractions. If you are saying it is, and you are signaling that the I is missing right there, then you use an apostrophe for it is, right? The second rule is to show possessiveness. So to show possession means you are showing who or what owns the object. Who or what owns an object. So if you said student's book is missing, you are saying that this student owns that book, right? And even if it's just temporary, like right now, you guys all own Taming of the Shrew for a second. It's your book that's been checked out to you. So we use the apostrophe to signal the possession. If there are multiple people who own something, in MLA, we put apostrophe S like that. The students' books are missing. Why are you all losing your books? So there's 2 ways to do if it's sorry, I got messed up. Ignore me. If it is multiple students, you do an apostrophe after the S. So 1 student owns a book, multiple students own the books, like that. All right, the place where it gets tricky is if it is a person whose last name ends in S, so like the Lewis's, now let's see, Lewis's book is missing. That's all we got right now is books. If Lewis's book is missing, how do you show that there's only 1 Lewis whose book is missing? In MLA, we do apostrophe S like that. Technically, in lots of different styles, you could just do that, and it is fine. People will get it from context, but in MLA, they like you to do it that way. And the reason that it's has an apostrophe when it is, but not when it is possessive, is because there are such things as possessive pronouns. That is like yours, ours, hers, his, theirs, and its. When it's a possessive pronoun, it is already showing possession because that is the nature of a possessive pronoun. So you do not use no apostrophes in possessive pronouns. You never have your apostrophe S. And that's why it's, when it's possessive, doesn't have an apostrophe, but it is does have an apostrophe. Yeah, Ashton.
I just had to, I forgot what I said.
Oh, okay.
I remember. So when
Okay.
when it's a plural students or like right there, the apostrophe goes at the end.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, so it's like the kid's toy versus the kid's toy. That way you can tell how many, if there is more than one child, right, is where the apostrophe goes. So if there's more than one child, you would write it like that. Yeah. The only time that that is different, and this is because English is fun like that, is if the plural changes form. The child's toy versus children's toy. If the word changes form in the plural so that you can tell that it's plural, then you write it the same way, apostrophe S like that. Awful, isn't it? Sometimes it feels arbitrary. All right, so then I want you to flip that thing over and I want you to correct sentences 1 and 2. Oh, you might need commas too. Commas, and you might need capitalizations. All of the things are wrong. Right. Okay. Norm your answers. Talk with the person next to you. See if you got the same ones. And if you didn't, decide who's right.
I think that's right, but it just doesn't make sense to me. I got the same ones. But in this school, it's either just saying the last name,